Hey, Scott Himmelstein with the Scott Himmelstein Group. Welcome back to another edition of our video blog, and hope everyone had a happy and safe Thanksgiving holiday. Today we have the pleasure of being joined again by Zachary Steineman of Steineman Insurance Agency, and we're going to talk to you a few things that you should keep in mind, especially in the wake of the most recent fires here in Southern California. All right, hey again, so we're back here talking with Zachary Steineman of the Steineman Insurance Agency, talking about some of the things that you should keep in mind in the wake of the most recent wildfires here in Southern California. Mind if you're a home seller, check out our free home value report. And if you're looking to purchase a home, we have our free MLS search tool for properties all over Southern California. Well, in wake of the most recent devastating fires here in Southern California, Zachary, I brought you in because I thought it's a really good idea for people to really review their policies that they currently have. And so number one is really to examine, what type of coverage you really have right now.
Absolutely. So one of the main things that we find, and a recent study showed, was that a large percentage of homeowners across the country, but especially in Los Angeles and Southern California, have an inappropriate or inadequate amount of homeowners insurance for their dwelling. The main thing you insure when you insure your home, the first thing people think about is how much they insure their actual home for to be rebuilt. And we're not talking about the amount of debt on your property. We're talking about what it would really cost, labor and materials, to rebuild that home after a loss. And when you have a catastrophic loss, unlike a simple home fire where just your home catches on fire, when you have a mass community with a loss, the supplies and the labor can be sort of surcharged. People have a competitive end, and therefore your contractors might be charging more money than they would normally charge because they're in higher demand. So that supply and demand that we all learned in economics course sort of takes a negative toll on us as homeowners.
Right. So number two, loss of use. I think this is a really big one because I don't think people really fully understand, especially if your home no longer exists, how long it actually takes to rebuild a home, Zachary, as opposed to just having a water damage, from a pipe breaking in the house.
Absolutely, and even those can take longer than people anticipate. But yeah, in general, a lot of homeowners policies, if you look, only cover maybe 12 months loss of use as a cap, and typically we tell people it's going to take 18 to 24 months when you have a massive loss. And by the time you get out of your home, you get your claim adjusted, go down the process, and then actually go and pull permits, hire the architect, the contractor, and get everything in line, you're talking 18 to 24 months. And so if you don't have enough coverage, well, you're going to be paying your mortgage and paying for another place to live because your lender doesn't give you a break on not paying your mortgage during that time. So we always advise people, you want to make sure you have enough coverage for the loss of use.
All right. And finally, how many times have we said this before, that make sure you review your contents that you have in your home?
Yeah, so it's one thing to say you have enough contents coverage, but also looking at how you're going to back up a contents claim. So after a large fire like this, some people have nothing to go back to. Their receipts, anything that you would find in the home is no longer there as an evidence. But if you take a video of your home once a year, just walk through the rooms just to document what's there, store it up in the cloud or send it to your insurance agent as a backup file, and then anything that has serial numbers, I always recommend having an Excel spreadsheet with those stored somewhere else. So we always think of our high-end cameras or televisions or electronics, but a lot of people forget that high-end handbags or items like that can be pretty expensive, and they do have serial numbers. So we recommend taking note of anything that would have a serial number and storing that, and making as good of a home inventory list as you can. Never hurts.
All right. Well, thank you to Zachary Steineman of Steineman Insurance Agency. Zachary's info is here on the screen, as you can see it down below. If you have any questions or would like to have your current policy reviewed by Zachary, contact him today. If you have any real estate questions, contact us at the Scott Himmelstein Group, 818-396-3311, 818-396-3311. And thanks again for watching our video blog.